Hey, welcome back. First things first, smash that thumbs up button and let's get started. Here are my ingredients for today's healthy meal ideas under $1.50. I've been doing these types of videos, exact healthy meals under $1.50 for over 3 years, and I love adding to the playlist, so check out the playlist down below. So you can see all the prices that I have. I also have bits of onion, a half a can of black olives. The lemon was free. I'll explain that in a little bit, but I just thought I would throw up the prices and the total just so you can kind of get an idea of what I'm working with today. And yes, I did include a free onion, and yes, I did include a box of pasta that I had a coupon on. I love when people understand where I'm coming from. This is my grocery budget. This is the items that I am able to purchase. These are the prices that I have to work with. Obviously, I don't control grocery prices. I don't have control over where you buy your groceries or the cost of the items. All I'm here to show you is the ideas that I come up with to make my grocery budget fun and not boring. With this little time lapse of my water boiling here, I wanted to tell you really quick, this is my favorite pasta. I try tons of gluten-free pastas and I feel like I get tired of one and then I'll try a bunch of them, but really the Barilla gluten-free, it's a corn and rice blend, is my favorite. And typically, I can always find a coupon for it or it on sale at Albertsons. If you don't have an Albertsons near you, then you might not be able to find it on sale. But also through the Fetch app, I can usually get 2,000 bonus points anytime I spend at least $2 on Barilla pasta. You'll find a link for Fetch down below if you want to check it out. It's a great way to get points every time you shop, and those points you can turn into gift cards. It doesn't cost you anything. It's just kind of like a fun little game that I play. So I know that this is more of a summery type pasta, but here, it's been like 70 degrees multiple days this past week, and the coming week is supposed to be like that. So I thought I would make a really nice dinner ahead of time for me and my husband. And this, you're going to be so shocked at the final cost and the serving size. So stay tuned all the way to the end. So I am adding a lot of veggies, and I wanted to kind of make it summery, but I also want to give you some ideas in case it is not as warm where you are, because I know that we are in the first week of February here, and I am spoiled with the weather that we have. So instead of using more summery ingredients like I am, tomatoes, olives, cucumbers, onion, you could make this more of a tomato-y base and make it into a pizza pasta. I think that would be so delicious. Omit the cucumber, use mushrooms instead. If you don't want to use the tomatoes, you could use green bell peppers. You could still stick with the olives and the onion, and instead of the lemon dressing that I'm about to show you, you could use a can of pasta sauce, and I think it would be really good. It would be more comfort food for the colder day instead of for like a warmer day. So just throwing that out there in case you're like, man, this is like very summery and it's cold here. I love cold pasta salad. I feel like I could eat it all year round. It doesn't matter the temperature. But as it gets warmer out, it's one of the things that I crave and kind of put on our meal plan and our menu each week. So that's why it's on our menu for this week. And none of the vegetables that I'm currently using in today's recipe are really seasonally priced right now. They're kind of winter priced. They're kind of quote unquote overpriced, if you will. But I still love to shop and be creative in a way to kind of figure out how little I can spend and how much I can make to make cooking fun for me. If I'm always making the same things or not thinking about budget in mind, it can get rather boring. So that's why I like to create these kinds of videos to also get your wheels turning and make you think, what could I make this week? Stop by every single week. I try to get up 3 videos a week. This last week I was slacking. I had so much going on that this is the first video I've gotten up in a little over a week. So I apologize for that, but next week should be better. I have a bunch of videos edited and ready to go. So lots of meal ideas coming your way, including a week of work lunches. I thought I'd film something different. I'm not sure if I've ever filmed anything like that before, but that is coming to you next week. So make sure you're subscribed and you turn your notifications on so you don't miss when that video is posted. I'd love to hear from you down below. Are you a cold pasta person or just a warm pasta person, or is it really just seasonal for you? Look at this beautiful lemon. I have never in my life wanted to eat a lemon whole, but these lemons actually came from my friend's mom's friend's tree. Say that 5 times fast. So here in Las Vegas, a friend of a friend of a friend has a ton of lemon trees, and they were like, hey, do you want some lemons? And I was like, absolutely. These are the best lemons I've ever had in my entire life. They are more sweet than they are tart. So I could literally eat this lemon as a whole. They are fantastic. They are so juicy. I only have a couple left, and I'm going to be so sad when they're gone. I personally am not a green thumb plant person. I will not grow anything. It's just not my personality. It's not my love. I did have like a mini herb garden for one summer, and I'm just like, I'm not into it. But man, does this make me want to have a couple lemon trees because these are fantastic. Let me know down below. Are you a garden person? Are you a citrusy fruit grower? Because if you are, then you know what I'm talking about. But look how much juice this lemon is creating. This is like, in a grocery store setting, if I were to buy probably 3 or 4 lemons, I might get that much juice. I'm always disappointed in the lemons that I get at the store when it comes to juicing them. Here's another ingredient I didn't share in the original part of the video, but I did decide to add about 2 teaspoons of a spicy mustard to this dressing because I wanted to kind of give it more depth of flavor. You could add any mustard that you have on hand, or you could even add a balsamic if you wanted to kind of make this a different flavor profile and not use lemon. Also using a can of garbanzo beans because I had them in my pantry, and it adds a nice little pop of protein. I did not rinse these, I just drained them to add them into the pasta salad. This was such a quick meal to put together. The longest thing was really just the pasta water boiling, but that only takes a couple minutes for me. And in the meantime, I was able to get all of my veggies and beans prepped and ready to go. So in reality, I think this took less than 10 minutes total. So one thing with this pasta, if you've never used it before, it says to cook it for 7 minutes. I've never, ever cooked it for 7 minutes. I've only ever cooked it for 5. And then I didn't share with you me rinsing the pasta, but if I'm going to use it as a cold pasta or put it in my refrigerator, I will rinse it with cold water to cool it down to stop the cooking process. So then it will just stop. But cooking it for 5 minutes, it's still nice and al dente. It doesn't have a hard texture. I feel like if you cook it for 7, it kind of disintegrates a lot. And then when you put it in the refrigerator to eat it later as leftovers, the texture is like missing. So I only cook it for 5. We're going ahead and we're adding all of our ingredients here. I know this looks like a ton of food and you're probably thinking that's not very much dressing, but that was the whole point. I had a little bit of the pasta water in here and it was actually perfect. If you let it sit and kind of marinate a little bit, you just have a little bite of the lemon flavor with the mustard at every single bite, and it's perfect. I'm not a heavily dressed salad or pasta salad person. If you are, you could definitely just amp that up a little bit, add more if you want to. I want to taste my pasta and my veggies and just have like a hint of the dressing. This is a huge pot, an absolutely huge pot, and I actually only divided this into 4 servings. It could have definitely made at least 6 servings, which would have brought the cost down a lot lower, but I wanted really big meals for me and my husband. Like I said, this was going to be dinner for 2 nights this week. We also had this with some homemade bread, which I will leave that recipe video linked down below if you want to check it out. But I also have a blog if you want to check out some more recipes over there, and the bread recipe will be there as well. I know it's only February, but I'm just ready for summer. Springs here are beautiful, but I'm ready for Vegas summer. I love it so much. Plus, I have a little one on the way this summer, so I think it's making me even more excited for summer to hit. And this pasta salad it was everything this night for dinner, and also it just made me think, oh, I can't wait for summer. But anyways, you'll see here, this is how big this portion is. 1/4 of this pot, 1/4 of this pot was what I considered a portion. So there's 4 meals here, aka 4 servings, and it was $1.44 for cost per serving. I thought that was fantastic. It's super high in veggies. It's got a nice amount of protein in it. You got a nice amount of carbs. It's going to keep you full. It's got some great fiber in it. So I was really happy with this meal. Make sure you check out the playlist down below if you want more healthy meal ideas under $1.50. If you're not subscribed, do so right now, and I will see you very soon in a new video. Like I said, turn your notifications on so you never miss a new video by me, and I will see you next week. Bye-bye.